quick overview on the YMCA Treasure Coast ad account. So in the last 7 days, we've spent $2,304. So this is the highest spending week of all time, which is fantastic. We have recruiting, brand, sports, childcare, gym, and events as the different categories that we're bidding on now with the grant money. As far as the overall goals, we have optimized the campaigns, and now that we're bidding on conversions and cost per conversion versus bidding on clicks, we're able to have a higher cost per click. So every placement except gyms is higher than $2 per click. We're having to push the gym bid. It's not doing as well, and also the recruiting budget is spending more than what we are spending on the gym. So as far as now that we're getting close to hitting our weekly goal of 2,500, another thing to look at is the percentage of what's being spent on recruiting versus overall. Out of the 2,300 that's been spent, almost 2,000 of it was recruiting, so the rest of only have 300. So what could we have spent in these other buckets? Well, brand has spent $244, and the click share is at 71%. Click share is out of all the times your ad shown, how many times did your ad get clicked? So there's people going organic for the YMCA and other things as well. So we're not going to always have 100% click share here. So brand-wise, we're looking good. Now, the next four groups is sports, childcare, gym, and events. For sports, we have about a 46% click share. We've spent about $48. So the cost per click is still pretty low. As far as the conversions go, it costs about $5 for someone who's looking up sports to reach out to the YMCA or arrive on site. We're tracking form submissions, we're tracking calls, and we're tracking people who are showing up physically to the location through the account now. So as far as sports go, you could spend double this easily, but I'm thinking that there's a little bit more that we can try to push on the sports section. So I want to go through there and just check all the different targets. As far as childcare goes, we've only spent $30 in the past week. Click share at 37%, so we should be spending at least double of that in a week. So for sports, that's at least $100 per week. We should be spending more than that, and same with childcare. As far as the cost per conversion goes, childcare, we get more phone calls than we get form submissions. So that's one interesting thing. But in general, we want to see what we can do to increase spend on these topics. Cost per lead for childcare is cost per call is about $10 of people inquiring for childcare. Gym is not spending a lot, and the cost per click is low. So we're still getting clicks, but we're going to have to figure out a way to really bring this bid up. We've moved it to target cost per lead. And we're up towards $8 per lead bidding, and we're showing the ad. But I think we're going to have to take a closer look at the ad copy and the keywords and see how much more specific we need to get with the type of gym copy that people are searching for. CTR is not low. CTR is at 10%, so it's more than 4 times what we're looking for. In general, the ad relevance to the keywords being shown up, we have a really high CTR across the board for all categories. So it's not the quality of the ads, it's really just, I guess, the bid and the fact that the recruiting campaign is now taking over a lot of the spend. As far as the recruiting campaign goes, we have regional targeting across the state, which is what we did originally to start getting the spend going. And also we're attracting people from other areas. The actual cost per submission for people who fill out the big application form, which, by the way, it is a big application form, really big application form, is between 37 and 47. 47 for Y-specific branded hiring terms, and then general is 37. So overall, in the past 7 days, we've gotten 49 people inquiring about HR. So wanted to get some feedback as far as how things are going on that end. Are we getting applicants? What are the applicants looking like? We have a pretty big array of different types of search terms that we've put into these different categories. so that we can focus on what's going to generate jobs and then also what we're trying to avoid. This month, we started to put things on the negative list. Things like Canada, people looking for remote work, people looking for from. So we're no longer just showing ads to show ads. As far as what people are really looking for, summer jobs for teens. We have some people looking in different areas. You can see here, this was somebody who actually submitted a form, even though they're looking for jobs in Naples. They've submitted a form on the Y site to learn about getting job opportunities at the Y in Treasure Coast. Jobs near me. So we are getting traffic and we are getting conversions from these terms. So it's not like we're getting bad terms across the board, but we are starting to eliminate things. With what we can eliminate are terms that are irrelevant, regions that are irrelevant. So we'll be going through and we're going to start trimming things on the recruiting campaign to see if we can get more spend across these other groups. And from there, there's two pathways that we can take. One is we have the for-profit campaign, and we can launch the gym campaign proactively if that's going to drive more revenue and start actually bidding on terms more aggressively than what we can through this campaign. So that's one thing that we can make that adjustment on. We have the paid campaign set up. So wanted to give the updates on that as well, and that is the transcript.